What's up? I'm Nevaeh, and you're watching Nevaeh's Chat.
Streets like la da di da di da. Yeah. Back to the streets. Back to the streets. Send you back to your old hood. All hood, baby, this is for your own good. I'm a player ass bitch and you knew it. Had a good time, now I'm ready to pass it to Saweetie. Now you hit it, through with it. There ain't really nothing else to do with it. Yeah.
You know I leveled up, I can't be stopped, I wish you luck though.
Consider yourself blessed. You got to fuck with the baddest. You know that I can't be kept. No, I gotta dip out. Pull up it.
Hello, and on today's episode, I'm going to be talking about fear. That's a tough one. Fear. Let's get into it and talk about it, you know? Fear is something that is ignored. We don't talk about it most of the time. We don't really talk about it ever unless you're one of those people who talk about stuff that is like kind of deep. Other than that, we don't talk about fear and we don't identify fear, so we just kind of ignore it. And although everyone faces fear, we don't discuss it to understand it. And usually, being human, we discuss to understand things. Whether it's discuss with yourself, bless you, or discuss with others. Yes, you can discuss with yourself, and that may be a different video. But like I was saying, this is something we should start discussing more because even, oh my goodness, really? This should be a hard video. Even reality stars and famous people, even the most zen people, like everyone experiences fear, but nobody talks about it. Like I was saying, we don't discuss it, and I've been discussing how we don't discuss it more than I've been discussing fear. Something that we don't discuss, but it's more fear-based, because we don't think that others will understand, even though everyone, including children, experience fear. And I'm not talking about the normal fear where like you're afraid of spiders or like bears. I mean social fear. And also, like, you know, there's a whole bunch of fear, and we never identify it, so you don't understand that it is a fear of what's happening. Like fear of success, we don't discuss that. I think the first time we discussed it, I was a sophomore, and it was in class, and it was only because the teacher trailed off in health class, and she was like, actually, let's talk about it, and I was like, no one talks about that. There's fear of success, where you self-sabotage. Okay, we're gonna take a little break, because my mouth doesn't know English today. There's fear of success because you don't understand what's happening and you don't want to put the effort in. There's different ways that shows. There's also fear of judgment. There's fear of misunderstanding. There's fear of abandonment, which can cause you to self-sabotage without you realizing it. Like, these are things we don't discuss. And I keep saying discuss or talk about, but it's true, we really don't. And fear is literally you holding yourself back. How scary is that? And you're the only person who can really stop you. Like, yeah, people can be like, no, you can't do this, and there can be blocks and stuff, but like, you're the only person that like really can be in your own way. And if you have all this fear and you're not identifying it, you have no idea what's happening. You're like, why does this keep happening to me? Why does it feel like relationships keep failing? Or why do I feel like I can't ever do things right? And all of the answers are fear. Because we have fear-based thinking. No, I'm not good enough. No, I can't do that. No, I'm not experienced enough. I'm not smart enough. No, I don't have enough time. All fear-based thinking. I saw something yesterday, which is funny because I didn't think I'd be making this video until like 6 minutes ago. But it said, someone out there is doing what you wanted to do with less experience because they believed in themselves. And I was like, wow. Because it really is all a mindset, and I just posted a mindset video, which is crazy. Like, the way these videos just line up without me even paying attention is amazing. And proves that I am talking on a concept that it is correct, because it wouldn't repeat itself if it was wrong. Lies don't repeat. That's how you know they lie. Anyways, like I was saying, in my other video, mindset is what shapes your life and the way things go. So if your mindset's fear-based, you're gonna live in fear. Fear that others won't approve of you, or fear that you're not who people want you to be, or fear that you're not going to get that recognition that you think you want, or that attention. So you do other things. Like if you're afraid that you're not getting enough attention and being forgotten about, you act up. Because at least when you act up, you get attention. Which I've noticed is in a lot of relationships, which really sucks. Because no one knows. Like no one took the time to research fear, or like no one took the time to learn about humans the way that I have. So I'm just like watching people repeat their cycles, and I'm like, you don't understand what's happening to you. And it's not like they're gonna listen, because if someone has their mind made up that something's wrong, or no, that the way that they're acting is right, they're not gonna hear how it's wrong. They're gonna be like, oh no, nope, nope, nope. Which is also a mindset. You can't change a mind that doesn't want to change. Just like you can't change a person who doesn't want to change, or that doesn't see the error in their ways. Funny I said that yesterday. The way it just all perfectly lines up to this direct moment is amazing. So the way to identify your fear, or to see what's happening, is to be aware of yourself. And awareness is very hard to do, because once you turn it on, it's very hard to turn off. So you have to be aware correctly, because you're already aware of what you do. That's why you're criticizing yourself. That's why you're mean to yourself. For people who have anxiety, that's why you're like, am I walking weird? That's not the awareness I'm talking about. I'm talking about the awareness where you're like, if I say this, is this really me talking? Or is this anger, sadness, or fear? Obviously there's other emotions, but those are the main ones we talk from. Or is this insensitive because of something I've experienced and someone else is insensitive? What is the root of what I'm about to say? The way I just stopped talking. I'm like, yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. No. But the root of what you say hopefully isn't fear-based. Another fear that we don't understand because we haven't taken the time, unless you've taken the time to realize. Okay, never mind. Unless you've taken the time to realize, the fear of being forgotten makes you act out as well. Mainly it makes you loud in settings. And seeking attention, whether it's good or bad. Which is, fear of being forgotten and fear of abandonment is kind of the same, but not really. Because fear of abandonment is you think everyone's gonna leave, but fear of being forgotten is thinking that no one remembers you. And what's crazy is both of those, even though they're fear of being alone, basically, they both isolate themselves. Like leave before they leave. Like that's fear talking. That's not you. You obviously want them around, or you wouldn't be calculating when they're about to leave. I started researching people at a young age because I didn't understand a thing they were doing, including myself. So this is why I know the fears and the way people move and the way they act. Like I can read body language and tell you about your childhood. And that's something you can't turn off, but you can not say it. Even fear of change, that's a problem as well. Because if you fear change, you get mad at people for evolving. Because you think they're leaving you behind. So you have to focus on the simple question. Is this me talking, or is this one of my emotions, one of my fears, one of my childhood traumas, you know what I mean? Because fear is what holds you back. But if you're the one giving yourself this fear, you're just pushing yourself back. You're like, nope, go back, go back. But what you have to understand is you're not there anymore. This isn't the same situation you were just in, or you were in years ago. The variables are different. Yes, I think it was Albert Einstein who said that the definition of insanity is trying the same thing and expecting a different outcome. But the difference here is you're different. And so are the people around you. You can't base every situation off of other people because those other people are different. You can't carry what they did to you into new relationships, and a lot of people don't understand that. I mean, you can, and you do it all the time, but I mean, you shouldn't. You shouldn't put that blame on them. You shouldn't allow yourself to live through fear. Obviously, there is fear that is needed. Like, I can't give an example. Fear of physical pain, like, obviously that's kind of important. But fear of emotional pain isn't good. Emotional fear can help build you as a person. It doesn't break you unless you let it. And that's where your awareness comes back in. So you have to be aware. You have to change your mindset. And you have to know who's talking when you react to something. And actually, you don't have to react. You can respond, but you don't have to react. A reaction is... Sometimes no reaction is the best reaction, or the best response. But that's a different video. This video is fear, based on fear, and how fear is you holding yourself back. Yes, sometimes things are scary, but you have to push through, which is the definition of bravery, which I learned from a book a while back, a very long time ago actually. And understand that everyone's afraid. Everyone has their own little fears. Not little, they're very large to them, but they'll be little to you because you're from the outside. Sometimes you have to be on the outside perspective and think about it as if someone you cared about was telling you this. Because you should be someone you care about. This is why I teach self-care, self-love, self-discipline, fear, mindset, all that. It all connects. And if you follow my videos, it should have helped you by now, if you paid attention. But it's really all up to you. So if it's not helping you, you're not listening, or you're not applying. Because it's all self. You gotta face your fears. I learned that a while ago. So yeah, that's my video. Thank you for watching. Give yourself what you need to know. And be the person you needed as a child.